That will not be the case for me, but it does look nice for those people who are doing it in California, Florida maybe. I don't know what the weather's like, Jason, but I know I won't be going to Edgewater Beach per se this weekend.
I won't either. I'll be here. That was just so unfair, that tease. Everybody looked like they were having a wonderful time.
I know.
The weather was
Jet
great.
skis and, yeah.
I mean, sunscreen and everything like that. Okay. All right. This is what we're going to be dealing with here. More rain and storms are expected for us on Sunday, as well as the humidity. And even on Monday, we're still likely to have some lingering showers across the area, but I promise you things are going to get better. So one of the things that I really hate to talk to you about right now, I am compelled to talk to you about. So it is still standing. I've been waiting and waiting to see if there was going to be an update from National Weather Service, if they were going to expire this air quality alert that is supposed to expire at midnight. We're still hoping it's going to be set to expire here because, again, we've had a lot of rain across the area, and that's really kind of helped with our breathing issues here, at least helped to kind of get some of those really pesky particulates out of our atmosphere. But we will stay on top of it for you. Perhaps even Peyton is going to have an update for you, and hopefully it's a good one tomorrow morning. So as we look at the national picture right now, we're going to keep it really tight across the Midwest, and then I'll whiten it out for you. This is what's headed our way for overnight heading into the early hours tomorrow. This is what Peyton is going to be talking about on the morning show tomorrow. The bigger picture is kind of showing that we're going to have a warm front lift north across the area, so that equates to warmer conditions as well as more humidity. As we head into Sunday afternoon, these two systems are going to combine, and that's what's going to help to kind of sweep the return flow of some northerly winds into the region. So that'll help to kind of curtail some of our humidity levels. But overnight tonight, this is where our severe weather outlook still stands, a slight to marginal risk, a slight to enhanced risk. But again, the heaviest propagation of that is still at the south and also west. Rainfall accumulations through tomorrow morning. Some areas still around an inch or so. I think this is a bit of a reach. I don't think we're going to have accumulations that high, but we'll certainly get at least a quarter to a half inch of rainfall throughout the morning hours for you tomorrow. Into the afternoon, we're going to get a lot more, 1 to 2 inches likely in total. And then once we get into Monday, perhaps even add in maybe a tenth or maybe a quarter of an inch on top of that. So all in all, over the next couple days, 1 to 3 inches. We're just going to blanket that as our range once we get towards late Monday night. So this is what the scope looks like here in your National Design Mart forecast. Again, more widespread scattered showers and even thunderstorms expected. Taking us through the overnight hours, the Buckeye State certainly is going to be a wet one here. Throughout the afternoon into the evening hours, there's that push of energy riding right along that frontal boundary. The lingering effects, though, will get rid of all of that atmospheric moisture for us on Monday. We'll have a due north wind, and I think lakeside temperatures on Monday will probably hang out in the low 70s. Models are still kind of keeping us in the mid to upper 70s, but I think we're going to have some cooling conditions coming in behind that on that western side of the area low once it sweeps on through from Monday afternoon into the evening hours. Then with that west wind for Tuesday morning, we kind of pop back above the surface. Temperatures go into the mid to upper 80s on Tuesday and even warmer by Wednesday. That sets the stage for a very volatile atmosphere once we get into Thursday, which our next frontal boundary is set to arrive. Notice the blues coming sweeping in behind that. That is a much cooler air mass arriving for us behind that frontal boundary on Thursday afternoon into the evening, and that'll carry us through Friday. So Friday's temperatures are going to likely be maybe 10 to 15 degrees cooler than Thursday's afternoon highs. Pop-ups likely tonight, so we're going to keep it in the upper 60s to low 70s. Again, tomorrow we'll be back into the upper 70s, perhaps even low 80s there. Some areas I think will likely get into the mid to low 80s as far as Carrollton as well as Tuscarawas is concerned. So we're going to keep it a little bit closer here, and this is sort of our local map here. Notice those showers and thunderstorms move through in the early hours for you tomorrow prior to daybreak hour. Once we get into the mid-morning, we have a little bit of a break. We kind of pop above the surface here, as I like to say, in the mid to upper 70s, perhaps even touching on some low 80s in some areas.